Hey guys, so just quickly before we get to the build today, it's a pretty big day. We're down to the last few days before Halloween, so it's getting pretty big. Making a lot of changes. I'm gonna go out today. I have bought a few more small things, like season-ending things. The Halloween party is tomorrow, so I have to get all the medic props working. I've been running through, and every time I ran them so far, there's something went wrong, which is good and it's bad because that means I fix it so that it can't go wrong again. Like some of the mechanism PVC pieces that I didn't glue were popping out, so I put a temporary screw through it, fixed that. And then of course it rained, so I gotta make sure everything's okay there. But one thing I did do is I kind of took my mask, put my own personal touch into it, and gored it up, and now people can't even look at it. If I don't have a before and after, but if you want to go to Spirit Goodies video and you'll see the mask, it was a zombie. It just wasn't scary. His mouth was wide open, but for what? You know? So here is just really quickly what I did, so you can see. Alright, I added a lot of blood to him, as you can see, over the chin. I actually dried some drips, so it looks like it's still dripping off his face. Got it from the eyes, you know, looks like he was really eating something. Plus my shirt has a lot of blood on the neck, so I put some nice big lacerations around the neck, almost like a severed head. I also gave him a little bit of a haircut, because the hair was just too long. It's a really weird hair, but I'm going to part it. Put a little on this side. But really, it's really freaking awesome. I'm really excited. Anyway, Halloween is around the corner. Pretty sad for some, but I build all year, so obviously it's just another day for me. I clean up and then I start building again. Also, I have my I can't think of the name. My ears. Oh my god, whatever they're called, you know, you got the swabs on each end, you clear your ears out of them. It just left my mind, but that's my costume for this year. So I'm wearing a hat. Q-tip, that's what it is, Q-tip. Hat, blue pants and blue sweatshirt, and some cotton ball feet. That's just a silly costume for the party. Obviously, I'm not going to be walking around Halloween night like that. Anyway, we got a lot to do. I bought a few more things, so let's get going. It's really cold outside too. Also a little bit more done on the house. Drape that. More drapery. Well, we started taking some bulbs out. That bulb is out, and that bulb is out. That bulb will replace with blue light, so it really, at nighttime, really brings in the shadows. I mean, it really is really cool. It's also a spider we're working on. My mom found a project online, so I told her I'd help with it. Of course, the project didn't include this head. It was just this. That didn't look like a spider, so I added a little custom head, and the eyes will go sides, and we'll bend the legs. Anyway, we just got through with rain, so it's supposed to rain tomorrow, but I want to put things out and get things back where they belong. And take some bulbs out that aren't really supposed to be exposed to the water. So here we go. Alright, more goodies. Went to Walgreens and found some pretty good deals. This guy, what I'm working on today, is actually because I'm rearranging a few things. I want to make him stand up, holding a bouquet of black roses, going over to the Ivor Roberts tombstone. So I'm going to take most of the stuff away, like the masquerade mask, stuff like that, because on her tombstone it says great wife and mother, as if he is the son. You know, because he's small, but not too small. You know, he's obviously about the same size as the tombstone, and he's a little straight. Maybe I'll hot glue his joints if I need to. I'm not even filming it. I mean, as if he's going over
holding a bouquet of roses. That's the project for today. Also, found this small fog machine. You know, not as much for this year as more for next year, because I always need more fog machines. $25. Spirit was selling theirs for like $34.99, and it didn't include the controller. And this includes a wireless controller. The one that Spirit sells for like, what, $20 maybe? So I was like, alright, that's a pretty good deal. You know, not bad. It doesn't really appear to be open. Could have been though. This year I'll probably use it just to use it. I'll stick it behind the column. Pretty cool. Cool deal. Alright, we gotta get to work. First, working on this guy because he's gonna take a little bit of time. I'm gonna have to stand him up with some rebar. Then we'll see where we are. Alright, so I got my one progress out there, but it's kind of covered, so I'm just gonna leave it out there till tomorrow. But for tomorrow, we have the electric chair. Depending on which one makes the noise, one of them makes a loud noise, that's good for the electric chair. Electric chair, cemetery, and behind a column. So this will just go on an automatic one. Whenever it goes, just kind of sprays across. I have one that does that by the steps too, because I don't really have much more room for it this year, because the fog machines don't really go in the asylum, and I can't really do one over the rotisserie because I feel like it's going to be too much over the rotisserie. I would need something really small, and I don't have enough time or just other things to do. I'm not going to be using the wireless timer. However, I'll probably hack it to use it somewhere else. I'm still going to use it, just not this year. I have my other timers, as well as the bracket. I don't need that right now. But for next year, since I'm doing a full yard cemetery, there'll be much more fog needed throughout. And this small one, I think I'm doing it for a prop that just fog comes out of its mouth when controlled to. So that's why I want a small one, so it's nice and compact. I don't have to wait for the big ones. I can use a nice little small one. And I'll put that on a timer as well. Okay. I put the skeletons up, so let's go check that out right now. Okay, so a little bit of changes. This guy up here now. So he kind of has one knee over on the edge. I like that. So I was gonna put that guy like that. He's standing behind it, and it looks he's holding a rose. And you can't even see how I built it from behind, but he's just strapped with some tan zip ties. It's piped all the way down, and to hold it up forward I put 2 long nails in. And he's just on his tippy toes, which are also staked. He ain't going anywhere. It looks really good in the street. Can't even see him. I like that so much. Skeletons are, I wish I had more for the other side. I don't think I've vlogged this. I'm gonna re-blood this after tomorrow's rain. There might be actor in this area, either behind here or right here. And then actor under here with the push trigger to control the prop. Or I'll move the sensor, strap it to here, aiming it like this so it works out better. It's getting a little cold out there. My hand's kind of freezing. Got a little bit of work done. Started fixing things up, unwrapping things, making sure all the animated stuff is alright. I changed a few things. As you saw with this skeleton, I added a skeleton. I really like skeletons, not because they give a scary thing, but they're kind of cutesy. Incorporate a little bit of cutesy. So me and Jack are gonna talk to you guys for a minute or two. Things still left to do. Of course, now that everything's tested, it kind of creates a list. I thought my list was done. I need to wire a new PIR sensor, which I have along our one, so that it comes down as they're walking past, because there's a little bit of a delay. I also need to test that again. I'm not going to test them until tomorrow, because obviously I'm not going to get them all tested and everything done today and then find out that there's no point because I can't turn around because it's pouring rain. Obviously the party wouldn't be cancelled, but the animated stuff will have to wait. So tomorrow that'll be that deal. Right, Jack? Today is pretty much going to work on the house. The rest of today and tonight, because that's tomorrow. You know, if Halloween was tomorrow, I'd be out there kicking butt. Saturday, tomorrow, I also have to hook up fog machines and test everything. Make sure everything can run. Make sure the fog machines work good. All the fog machines are loaded, so they should last me through the rest of the season. But they won't do for rain, and that kind of screws things up. Otherwise, I could have set everything out now and had it good for tonight. But since everything's raining, I took a break now, but I'm going to go and cover everything up and cover it good, because now there's no time for mistakes. Monday is Halloween, and I have school also, so it's not like last year where I can work all morning or even late that night. I'm in school until 3 o'clock, and at 3 o'clock you got toddlers coming around. So, I have not too much time left to make mistakes. So I've been changing a lot of things. I just want to make sure all the bulbs work. I think one bulb went out, which those are things that I have to realize now. But, yeah, the fog machine don't have to go out tomorrow. That'll take a little bit of time, because as the grass grows, especially on the cemetery side, the pipe gets dug into the ground and the fog doesn't look as good. So I have to see what I have to do with that, if I have to raise it. And then I gotta obviously go out today and weatherproof everything, as I told you. No new lights have been added, but lighting is pretty much done. Sound is done. This year we're just taking this over there and putting it behind the bushes, and it gets nice and loud. It's obviously not what I wanted. For next year, I'd like to run 1 or 2 speakers out, especially when we're having a full yard cemetery. I would like to have a receiver inside the house or in the garage and run a speaker or 2, and maybe have little speakers inside tombstones or behind them, because like I said, next year I want to do a full yard cemetery. I like the cemetery. There's been some on and off, but that's totally different. Otherwise, not much. Nothing else has to be put out besides the machines. And then it's just tomorrow's gonna be putting out stuff and then touching up on pneumatics. Hopefully, if it doesn't rain, or rains a little bit, because then everything has to be dry as well. Nothing looks good when it's wet anyway. But I have my actors' costumes picked out. I have my costume done, and that is pretty much it. Awesome. I've been talking to you guys for a while now. Something else might pop up in the vlog. I will check. But as for now, everything's done. And Jack is just being my guard dog up there. So, I will talk to you guys later. I'm tired. Peace.